And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In motion right, Evans. To throw, Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Mayfield looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play fake. Mayfield dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance blocking and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. In motion left, that's Thielen. Here's Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Trey Palmer deep for Tampa Bay. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans, 50 yards. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. 2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mayfield now. This ball complete to Durham. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
This is caught by Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw, Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Well, that's complete to Sanders. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now Young on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And Mayfield just getting the play off. And this is caught by Evans. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now Mayfield. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team cup. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. And I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And again, it's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Irving. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. And they just get the play off. Now Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. Taking it in as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Young working out of the gun. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Young. That one complete to Leggett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
3rd and 5. Now here's Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield to throw it. That's caught by Durham. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. To throw, Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Young.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Right back to Hubbard. He'll take this to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 7.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Young now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Twisting away. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
25 yards for Chuba Hubbard.
And the Panthers get a bit closer.
So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start work on the return. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Slot man moves right. Mayfield now. Evans has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
This ball complete to Durham.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And that's incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now Mayfield.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They're going to look to throw.
He's got some room to operate.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs are able to widen their advantage. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Panthers coming out now.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Young.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Young.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To the air once more, Young. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing, Young. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Young.
That caught by Trimble.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
In motion goes the tight end. Young off the play fake. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Bucky Irving.
72 yards.
And the Buccaneers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Young to throw it.
A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Going for the deep ball.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Again, it's Young.
He'll find McMillan here.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and 6 now.
Young will set to throw. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Looking to throw, Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw, Young.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 31-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Trimble.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
Now here's Young.
That one complete to Ligon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Young.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Point after here coming up. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The offense on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Irving. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now a give up the middle. This is White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Irving. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 141 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.